So, I was on a mission finding the perfect open-back headphone for mixing and mastering in the 300 to 400 euro range. Something that could reveal every detail, stay comfortable for hours and never cause ear fatigue. Except for one, all of these headphones are great. But let me share a few quick recommendations before I dive into the detailed review. These four are my favorites, with the undisputed champion being Hifiman Ananda Nano, the most detailed, the most refined, especially in the bass. Then we have a very balanced Sennheiser HD650, offering a smooth, well-rounded sound that never oversteps in any direction. And these two are the most comfortable ones. Sennheiser HD490 Pro and Sony MDR MV1. Light, effortless, perfect for long sessions, and both with a very detailed sound. But how does everything else compare? Let's break it all down from the weakest to the absolute best. We start with the odd one, the AKG K712 Pro, a headphone that, if nothing else, certainly dares to be different. Unfortunately, that difference manifests in a peculiar, almost veil-woven nasal quality, as if the sound were being funneled through a mystical chamber of honk. Some higher frequencies protrude awkwardly, like spectral whispers breaking through an otherwise forgettable dreamscape. The fit? Questionable. It has a tendency to sink downward like a slow melting candle, leaving an uneasy feeling that eventually it will just slide off your head entirely. Does listening bring joy? Sadly, no. It feels like a forgotten artifact from an alternate universe, one best left undiscovered. Let's go to the middle-of-the-road mirage. If neutrality had a form, it might be the Audio Technica ATH-R70X, but not the commanding reference tire kind. More like a polite bystander in the crowd. The sound is textbook mid-tire, almost too safe, too smooth, lacking the kind of soul-woven energy that makes music come alive. There's an odd spatial contradiction. Everything sounds both near in the front and strangely stretched to the sides, like a whisper in a tunnel. Comfort? Unique. The lightweight frame and bizarre fit hover on the edge of ingenious and weird. The twin cable design, however, is an unholy relic from an era that should have long passed. Now we have an unfortunate contender. The Hifiman Edition XS is probably a genially good headphone, if only I could bring myself to care. It doesn't quite fit right, and if a headphone refuses to embrace its listener, why should the listener embrace it? Sonically, it neither surpasses nor falters in the Hifiman lineup, which unfortunately leaves it stranded in a fog of indifference. Add to that the lack of a case, and its phantom entire existence is sealed. Sorry. The old king in the corner is a little bit more interesting. There's something sturdy, timeless, yet slightly underwhelming in a positive way about the Sennheiser HD600. The sound is neutral to the point of asceticism, but compared to more modern contenders, it lacks the intricate detailing of the HD490 Pro, or the plasmic realism of the Hifiman lineup. The bass, practically aesthetic, the leanest of the bunch. The fit, too tight and stiff, and combined with the cursed twin cables, it feels like a test of patience more than an invitation to listen. Ranked third is a clash of titans, shared by Sony MDR MV1 and Sennheiser HD490 Pro. The Sony is an enigma, the bass colossal, thunder-fiend, rolling like an earthquake beneath your feet. It's warm, harmonically rich, and almost intoxicating, but also on the verge of suffocating. If bass is your world, this is a deep sea dive into sonic abyssal trenches. Thankfully, the fit is wonderful, the build compact, but the cable, though elegant, transmits an excessive amount of touching noise, as if ghosts from another dimension are whispering into your ears. The HD490 Pro, on the other hand, initially presents itself as an all-rounder, but it soon reveals its secrets. Some music exposes a peculiar high-mid sibilance, a strange clash between the whisper-bright treble and the shadow burst's warmth. Yet it boasts the most open presentation of them all, giving music a sense of spacious grandeur. It also scores major real-world usability points, a comfortable fit, a smart detachable mini XLR cable which transmits almost no touching noise, and a case. Practicality means sonic intrigue. Sharing second place, we have the three gatekeepers of greatness. The Sennheiser HD660S2 and HD650 sit alongside the Hifimann Sundara in the realm of serious contenders, each offering a different path into audiophile bliss. The HD660S2, the most expensive of this collection, introduces a slightly warmer, sugar-coated take on the Sennheiser formula, but in exchange it slightly compresses space. Meanwhile, the HD650 balances its lineage the best, a delicately brushed air-woven tuning with most open spatial feel of the trio. Both, however, share the condemned head-clamping sensation and twin cable curse, forever chaining them to an era of questionable design choices for me. But then, the Sundara. The Sundara is where the veil is lifted. Everything snaps into crystalline focus, like glazing through the clearest frozen lake under an aurora-layered sky. The bass is not that strong, but obedient, never intruding. Mids are soul sculpted, and every instrument exists with holographic clarity. It is revealing the DNA of every note. Rock and metal tracks will be separated a little bit too well into their fundamental atoms. But listening is effortless, endlessly engaging, as if the Sundara is saying, "Sit back, I've got this." The fit, mostly great, but pressure builds over long sessions. The case, check. The cable, sturdy, angled, and gloriously resistant to noise. If you need more bass, it plays beautifully with EQ, bending reality to your will without losing its essence. And now, the apex of sonic alchemy. Finally, we reach the pinnacle. The Hifiman Ananda Nano is not just an upgrade, it's an ascension. Take everything that made the Sundara breathtaking and infuse it with deeper, more precise bass. It's the most precise and elegantly controlled bass I've ever heard. A bass that knows exactly where it belongs, appearing and vanishing like a whisper of thunder. Everything is also super fast, allowing you to pinpoint each note with incredible accuracy. The stereo image is a dreamscape of boundless width and bottomless depth. Every instrument is an entity carved from pure sonic gold. Even more so than the Sundara, it never fatigues. Listening remains effortless, and the sound is both lightning struck and velvet fluid, hitting with the sharpness of a meteor but landing with the smoothness of a silk ribbon. It is also surprisingly comfortable, much more so than the Sundara, thanks to its gigantic earpads that create a spacious, effortless wear. The fact that it plays beautifully even from a smartphone or laptop is outstanding, and it comes with a case. A small advice, I upgraded to even softer earpads, because when you stand at the summit, you may as well build a throne there. So, to wrap it all up, from the cursed nasal honk of the AKG to the transcendent perfection of the Ananda Nano, this journey has been a descent into audio madness, followed by a meteoric rise into sonic euphoria. If you want balanced tuning with enough bass, go HD650. The most comfortable headphones happened to be also very detailed ones, the HD490 and the Sony. But if you want perfection, plasticity, punch, and pure liveliness, go Ananda.